This right here is Gamer Bear VR, a channel about a guy who plays VR. Also, he used to previously do Gummy Bear content as Gamer Kid in Gamer Bear, and also Game Kids Not So Daily. And you may be thinking to yourself, oh, what's wrong with this guy? He's just a normal channel. What? Why are you not friends anymore because of some small argument? It can't be that bad. Yeah, he can be that bad. This all started on July 3rd, or maybe not July 3rd, maybe the week after July 3rd. So like maybe 1 week after, but I'm not totally sure. So if it's on the wrong date, my bad. So basically, Gamer Bear wanted me to play VR chat with him, and I was like, fine, I'll play VR chat with you, as long as I can get my friend, who'll be named Orange, so they can be kept anonymous, along. And he was like, okay, sure. And I made an account. Also, Orange made an account. We went to a public lobby for a game where you select avatars and whatever, you can get avatars. I was getting South Park and Baldi avatars. I won't say what Orange was getting because, again, I want to keep them anonymous in this case. But basically, Gamer Bear was saying weird things to people in this lobby. He literally said someone had a big ass in VR chat, like in the lobby. And they don't have a mic, so we don't know how they reacted to that. Probably they were uncomfortable knowing how that would be in a situation. Like if you were in that situation, I feel like you'd be uncomfortable. And that person could be younger than Gamer Bear actually, which is very bad. Basically, Gamer Bear saying it to me and Orange, and well, Orange was uncomfortable. I asked them recently about it, like, were they uncomfortable? I asked if they were uncomfortable. Yeah, they were pretty uncomfortable from that. I was also a bit uncomfortable and was like, dude, stop, I'm leaving. And then he stopped for a few minutes and then he left to go quote unquote troll other people in another lobby, which I feel so bad for that lobby of people. Basically, he was just being weird and he spammed, oh yeah, daddy, my DMs. And then I said, are you gay, bro? I mean, it's cool if you're gay. And then he blocked me because he got mad about it. Yeah, maybe it wasn't the best thing for me to say in that situation, but the things Gamer says are way worse coming up. So, yeah, and then I was like, what in the world did I do? Then Brad and I were in a call, and Brad recorded a conversation with Gamer Bear. Gamer Bear said that I was the bad one, and I'm partially bad, but this is not even the full story. So this is where my screenshot of Gamer Bear telling me to harm myself comes from, and I'll give context. So I made a GC with some friends, and I wanted to apologize to Gamer Bear because I was like, you know what? Maybe we should apologize. That's usually the good solution. And then Gamer Bear was literally not wanting to apologize and all this stuff. And then I said, I can't do this, y'all, because he was escalating it even further than it needed to be. The Gamer Bear said the phrase, do it, in parentheses, joke. And you may not understand what's so bad about this, but for context, he basically thought I was going to unalive myself or harm myself. And he said, do it, because he thought I was going to do it. And he put in parentheses joke as an excuse to say that. It doesn't matter if you don't like someone, you can't just say that. Like, that's just very, very bad. And it's very rude and disrespectful. I managed to talk with Gamer again and I asked him, why did he say this? His answer, because yes. If you read the title card, you might have also noticed the words and stalking. And you'd be asking, Gamer stalking people? He, in fact, was doing it. I'm not sure if he's still doing it, but knowing him, he probably is. So, Gamer Bear was stalking a person he had a crush on, like in school, and he literally was stalking their Discord account. He literally asked them like, "Oh, do you like me?" like 10 plus times because that's according to a video that we'll be bringing up in a short minute. Basically, Gamer is stalking this person, and it is just genuinely weird. Like, why would you stalk someone? Also, not to mention, to put more salt in the wound, Gamer Bear literally made an AI generated photo of his character, which was previously Gamer Kid, kissing his crush, which is just so just so weird. And he made a video called Beating Up My Crush Because She Denied Me Like 10 Times. It was a video of him playing a Roblox game where you can beat up other people's avatars. And he was literally doing it to his crush's avatar because his crush denied him like 10 plus times. And GamerBird tries putting in a description like, this is not real, it's a Roblox game. Which, in my opinion, is not a defense for this stuff. Because, again, the avatar is a real person. Like, there's a real person behind that avatar. It's not like it's an original character that he made. And it's just so messed up, in my opinion. Like, this is just genuinely absolute loser behavior. Like, you're gonna beat up someone's character because they didn't like you back. Like, they denied you 10 times. Like, just accept it, bro. I used another sound effect for this because I thought it'd be better to use a different sound effect for this part. But there's not really a category I could put for these things, so this is in the other category, which is part 2 and most likely the final part of this video. So, alright, let's talk about the Brad related stuff. Let's first talk about the Brad files. This is a folder full of fake screenshots and messages of Brad saying very inappropriate and weird things. For an example, there's a fake edited screenshot of Brad saying, "Dude, I have pics." Which, originally when I saw the screenshot, I was like, oh, it's only one screenshot, and I think the rest of the screenshots are harmless. They aren't harmless. They're really bad. Also, GamerBread's bullied Brad for 3 straight months, which is just genuinely so bad. Plus, GamerBear apparently told Brad to KYS, to unalive himself. Obviously, I can't find screenshots of this, so please take that one with a grain of salt. The other two are real as well. I was there when it happened. But let's also talk about one more thing. This is about Peppa Pig. You may be confused on why I'm talking about Peppa Pig. But basically, Gamer Bear said something about Peppa Pig's
Peppa Pig. Can I see a what the fuck?
Say max sensitivity in the comments all you want, but Peppa Pig is canonically 4 years old. So I forgot to mention this earlier, but Gamer Bear took down a stream that was exposing him. So me and a couple friends decided, yeah, let's make a stream exposing Gamer Bear's terrible actions. And he took down a stream and reported it for content, even though there was no content in the stream. The only thing that could be considered quote unquote was, well, first of all, diss track that he made about Hamdu, another member's mom.
I just did your mom. She missed her period. She just went boom, 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 boom in the bed. I just did your mom. How do I did your mom?
And also a parody of Mickey Mouse where instead of saying shake your peanuts, it says shake your penis.
A for you. A for you. And a for you.
Okay, I've made my point very clear. Gamer is a bad person, and I don't have any more information. At least I don't think so. So, yeah, that's it for today. Remember, don't harass anyone that's mentioned in this video, because Gamer is being exposed for something doesn't mean that you can harass him. Also, don't harass anyone that's involved in exposing him. Like, because you support Gamer doesn't mean you can harass Brad for, like, exposing him rightfully. But yeah, that's all the information for today. If there's any more info, I'll make an update video or post. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I don't have to talk about Gamer again. Goodbye, guys.